No sleeper seats, that's a mattress. No sleeper seats, that's a mattress. You ain't stingy, but
Hey guys, it's Earthbound, the mortals, back again with the what if. What if Deku had the guardian spirit of light, Lobamon? Let's get it popping. Now let's skip over, since they were in the car at the last video. Let's skip over that. They're right at the quirk doctor. The quirk doctor asks Izuku, "So young man, how does it work?" And Izuku, he pulls out the Digimon. He says, "This little device here, I don't know how it works, but it lets me transform." As Inko and the doctor look at him saying, "Transform?" Izuku saying, "Yeah, I transform into what's his name? Lobamon. Yeah. Can you show us?" "Yeah." As Izuku's all excited, he flips his Digivice in the air, and he says, "Execute Spirit Evolution!" Nothing happens. He's just standing there. Nothing happens. He pulls and everything. So he's like, maybe I need to do it again. He flips the Digivice again, grabs it in the air, and says, "Execute Spirit Evolution!" Yeah, I don't know what's happening. As the quirk doctor looks at Inko and says, this happens a lot. Maybe he's quirkless, so he probably just has, he's trying to get attention. As Inko looks a little worried, is he going to be okay? I suggest you just get him some extracurriculars, maybe some kind of martial arts. If he thinks he has power, let him believe that. He'll grow out of it and probably just enjoy the training. So the Inko thanks the doctor. "Thank you. Come on, little Izu. Let's go back. We're going home." Izuku says, "Okay, mommy." So they're back at the house. Izuku just looking up and down at the Digivice, all around it, trying to figure out how it works. He's trying to figure it out. Like, how do I use you? How do I use you? So in the middle of the thought, Inko looks at him and says, "So, Izu, since you have this power, how would you like to use it?" As Izuku tilts his head sideways, saying, "Use it? What do you mean, mommy? Do you want to be a hero, vigilante, a villain? Like, what do you want to do?" "I'm going to be a hero, stronger than All Might, better than all the rest." As she starts chuckling, "Oh, little Izu, what do you think would help with your power? You would think some training, some martial arts. What are those?" It's physical activity. Maybe. Okay, then how about I sign you up for martial arts classes? Yeah. In Izuku's head, why am I so excited for this? Whatever. As she pulls out 3 brochures. "Okay, little Izu, you have a choice. Karate, kendo, or judo. Which do you choose?" As he looks at them, he looks in between all the brochures, but then one catches his eye. It's like he's drawn to it. It's like deep in his soul, a light is burning every time he sees it. He goes to the other one, nothing. He goes to the other one, nothing. He looks at it, burn, pumping. He could feel this is the one. So he says, "I choose this one." And Inko signs him up for the classes. Now from the time skip to when he's 14. Yeah, that's right. I did that. From the time skip to when he's 14, He's been bullied a little less than normal because he's confident. He knows he has the power. It hasn't showed up anymore or yet, but he knows he has it. Now, the thing you don't know, most people don't know about the Digidestineds from this specific season, them kids were durable. They were faster. They were durable. They were more durable. Like they had extra like strength. There's no way they could have taken how many blows they've taken without being at least a little bit durable. So just for him having the guardian spirit, he got himself a little physical buff. So dealing with Kachan and all his other goons weren't really that tough for him, especially with his training on top of it. So the teacher walks into the class. Okay, students, it's time for me to give you your career assessment test. He looks around the room and then laughs. Oh, who am I kidding? Throws the papers in the air. You all want to be heroes! As everybody starts using their quirks, Bakugo to explosions, everyone doing their miscellaneous stuff, and then Bakugo steps onto the desk and says, I don't know why any of you B-listers are clapping. No, not even B-listers. You guys will be lucky enough to be a second-rate sidekick to a second-rate hero. As Deku looks at him sideways, Kachan, I don't know what you're so happy about. You're literally a terrorist. As he looks at Deku saying, what was that, Deku? You heard me. As you can see, he's a little more confident because of his training in his specific martial arts. So Bakugo starts barking up his hands. And everybody in the class is like, oh no, not again. When Deku is literally pulls out a wooden sword. That's right, people. He picks Kendo. Pulls out a wooden sword. And literally with the back end of the sword, bonks Bakugo right onto the head. Ow! Shit, shitty nerd! Urgh. God, that hurt! Well, stop being a bully. Fine. As he turns around and Izuku drops his guard for a second, and Bakugo turns right back and goes in for a punch and punches Deku straight in the jaw, saying, you really think I would give up that easy, you quirkless nerd? You really are naive. As Deku's just getting up off the floor, rubbing his face. That wasn't hero-like. As Bakugo says, it doesn't matter. I won. He grabs Deku's notebook, explodes it in both of his hands. And the teacher finally speaks up. Hey, both of you two, sit down. As Izuku and Bakugo just sit down, Deku trying to see if his notebook is still readable and all that. As the teacher says, okay, everybody, I've been looking through all the papers, and I noticed that 2 students are trying to go for UA. As Bakugo looks around, gets up back onto his desk and says, 2? Why are there 2 people going for UA? There should only be 1. Me. Only I deserve it. It's a top school for the top student. I have the best grades, best athletics. UA was practically made for me. And then the teacher looks through the papers and says, well, you and Izuku Midoriya over there seem like you want to go to the same school. What? As Deku starts curling up into a little ball, like in himself, as Instead of just the notebook, Bakugo just throws his whole book bag off the out of the window. And Deku's like, Kachan, why? Why are you doing this to me? And Bakugo says, because you shitty nerd. You aren't supposed to go to UA. You're quirkless. Just be something like a police officer, or better yet, take a swan dive off the roof. Then maybe you'll be able to get a quirk and be useful. Well, that's how that went. So after that, Deku went. He found his whole book bag. He brushes it off. He checks his little digivice that he keeps around at all times. As when he touches it this time, it starts to glow a bit. And he's like, weird. It hasn't done that in years. Maybe. I don't know. I'll test it out later. So he's walking, holding it, pressing on the button, seeing, because it's finally lit up. And he's trying to look through the menus and whatnot. As he's walking under the tunnel, taking a shortcut, not really paying attention to his surroundings. Then the sludge villain shows up. It literally just surrounds, it literally sneaks up on Deku. And then surrounds him saying, hey kid, give me your body. I need to hide. As Deku's frantically gripping his digivice, he's holding on for dear life. It's glowing brighter and brighter. And then it shines right at the sludge villain, blinding him. Did somebody kid had a flash grenade? My eyes. As he then lets Zuko go, Zuko falls to the ground on all fours, scrambles a little bit further away, catching his breath. Just then, I am here. All Might jumps out from the sewers. And with a Detroit smash, he scatters the sludge villain over all the walls. As Izuku's literally just sitting there on the floor. You're All Might. That is right, citizen. I am All Might, the #1 hero, the symbol of peace. Would you like an autograph? As Deku slowly shook his head. And All Might starts writing in his notebook as he starts collecting the sludge villain, and Deku scrambles to his feet. I'll help you, All Might. And they start collecting the sludge villain in these 2 little bottles. So then, All Might is about to jump off, and this time, Izuku lets him because he has something more interesting to look at. He keeps playing with his digivice. He's walking down the street, but All Might was in a little bit of a rush, so he wasn't paying attention to how hard he jumped off or how fast, and his pants ripped, making a hole as he dropped the bottle in the alleyway. The same alleyway where Bakugo Katsuki. Same thing. And he's all rowdy. That stupid nerd. Thinking he could go to UA. Who does he think he is? As his 2 little goons saying, yeah, he's just a quirkless loser. He's a Deku, just like we all call him he's Deku. That's right, he's a Deku. As he just kicks the bottle, it opens, and the sludge villain erupts, wrapping all around Bakugo. And he just holds him tight, saying, I got captured, but it's fine. Now I can get this body. as Bakugo starts letting off explosion after explosion, letting everyone in the vicinity know that he's in trouble. Lighting fire as fire starts lighting around him. The buildings catching on fire. The garbage is catching on fire. The explosion's getting bigger and bigger as he starts like letting loose the cold sweats. The sweat. You know that sweat. The moment you're about to die. Where you produce a lot more because you're scared. That's Bakugo right now. As people start filing over, Deku finally looks up from his Digivice and sees, what's that about? Is there another hero versus villain fight? I guess I'll check it out. As he starts pushing between all the people, bobbing and weaving, going under a couple people, like saying, "Hey, sorry." And he finally gets to the front. And he looks, and it's Kachan. He sees his childhood friend and bully in the grip of a villain. The same villain that had him. He looks into Bakugo's eyes. And he runs. He just runs. He grabs his book bag. He holds a Digivice in his other hand. It's starting to glow again. As he does a little spin and throws his book bag directly into the sludge villain's eyes. As it's going, you stupid brat, my eyes, again. As he starts clawing at the sludge, trying to get Bakugo out, his Digivice glowing in his pocket. Then he remembers, and he remembers hearing a voice one time. You are worthy of my power. Speak the words. Speak the words. As Izuku pulls out the Digivice, he throws it in the air. It makes 3 spins. He catches it. And he says, Spirit Evolution! You hear the music blaring. Everybody around him is blinded by the blinding light as he shows up wearing the Lobomon armor and suit. As he, with one hand, pulls Bakugo out of the sludge villain and throws him to the heroes. Take care of him. I'll take care of him. Pointing his head at the sludge villain, he's like, and the sludge villain saying, "Who are you?" Me? I am the guardian spirit of light. Lobomon, the defender of justice. Now it's time for me to put an end to you. As the sludge villain laughs. What can you do to me? I'm made of sludge. Good point. But it will still hurt. Wait, what? Lobo Kendo! He lets loose a flurry of slashes, cutting it into pieces, and then with the next move, he pivots with his left foot, bouncing back, collecting all the sludge with the other hand into a bottle and closing it up. As he turns his sword around, puts it back onto his back, and says, "And that's how you do it." And then he de-digivolves back into Izuku. As Izuku's saying, I did it! I did it again! I transformed! As everybody watching the whole scene is looking shocked, they're saying, this kid just, what? Even Small Might is looking at the kid saying, maybe he is worthy. Afterwards, after tending to Bakugo's wounds, checking if he's okay, all the pro heroes start scolding Deku while praising him at the same time for his amazing quirk. As Deku's like, thank you. Bye. Picks up his book bag and runs off in one direction. Everybody's looking. Man, that kid is fast. So he's walking. He's a little bit away from his house as he sees All Might doing a little bit of the Cupid shuffle slide right in front of him, saying, "Whoa there!" As Deku says, "All Might." Yes, it is I, All Might. I saw what you did. Do you know the most common story for most heroes, boy? Izuku's shaking his head. No. It's the fact that they move their body before even thinking about it. They rushed in, not thinking about themselves, only thinking about others. I saw that in you today. And I believe you are worthy of my secret and my quirk. As Izuku's saying, your quirk? But quirks can't be passed down. All Might instantly poof back to his Small Might form, coughing up a little bit of blood. Oh my god, who are you? Where's All Might? Help! Help! Whoa, kid. Calm down. I am All Might. As he pulls up his shirt showing his scar. During a villain attack, I got mortally injured. And now I can only be a hero for at least 3 hours a day. Oh my god. The fight with Toxic Chainsaw? I'm surprised on your hero knowledge. That's what the public says. But really, it was a fight with the villain of all villains. All for one. All for one? You've probably never heard of him. And that is a very good thing that you have not heard of him. But still, I would like to train you to see if you can handle my quirk. All for one for all. As Deku saying, I would, All Might, but my power just awoken. If I add yours on top, I don't think I'll be able to master both at the same time. I barely know what to do in my transformation. That was off instincts. I can't always rely on instincts to survive. And All Might saying, I see. Well, still, let me train you. At least then we can see the limits of your abilities together. As Deku rubs his chin, saying, okay, where do I meet? We'll meet at Dagobah Beach. Izuku saying, okay, what time? 6 a.m. 6 a.m.? Why so early? Heroes always rise early. He buffs up saying, ha ha ha. And then instantly goes back to Small Might, coughing up more blood. As Izuku saying, you should really stop doing that. As All Might says, I know, but it's so cool. So cool. As then All Might starts walking off and Izuku starts heading back to his house. And then Bakugo chimes in doing the cha-cha slide. Sha. Hey, shitty nerd. This is the first and only time I'll ever say this. Thanks for saving me. What was that, Kachan? I couldn't hear you. I said, thanks for saving me. I couldn't hear you. Thanks for saving me, you shitty nerd. As Izuku saying, You're welcome, Kachan. I only thought you needed help. I don't need your help. As he walks off, and Izuku heads home, and he looks at his mom, which, Inko, she is not depressed. She is not depressed in the slightest. So she's not all heavy-setted. No, she's still slim and in shape. In her quirk, got a little bit better because she thought, if anything happens, I need to protect my boy Izuku. So now she could pick up medium-sized objects and throw them pretty hard. She could pick up at least 10 baseballs and then throw them at you. That's still pretty scary. So, Deku gets in the house and says, Mom, my quirk activated. As Inko says, what? Really? Show me. As he says, execute spirit evolution. As a blinding light appears and he turns into Lobamon. And Inko looks shocked, wide-eyed. She didn't think Izuku actually had something in him like that. As she says, is that you? Yeah, Mom, it's me. Do I really look that different? Yeah. Well, guess what? All Might is gonna train me. Wait, what? I don't think he wanted me to say that. Well, guess what? I'm gonna do some training. Wait. Okay, Izu, just don't push yourself too hard. Mom, I think me and you both know I have to push harder than normal because I want to get into UA. Everybody has a 14-year gap on me. I will be the best. To be the best, I have to train like the best. As Inko just chuckles. Poor Izuku. Don't work too hard, okay? Don't make your mother worry. As he rubs the back of his head in Lobamon form. Okay, Mom, I won't. As he digivolves back into Izuku and goes into his room, falls asleep and has a dream. Ha 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 ha. Hey kid, long time no see. Spirit of Light? Yes, it's me, Lobamon, speaking to you in kind of a mindscape state. Mindscape state? Yeah. Here's the thing. That dude All Might can't help you. What? But he's the #1 hero. The #1 hero cannot help you train for what you're going to do and for what you're going to have to face. What am I going to have to face again? And see you, and that'll be it for this video. Now don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you don't, I'll hit you with a donkey. Let's go. Earthbound Immortals is out. Deuces.